Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dan from the Rebellious Noise Pro Wrestling channel, and I come to you on this, the warmest day of the year here in the United Kingdom, and boy, it's been a sweltering one. It's been an absolutely beautifully gorgeous day here, but the same can't unfortunately be said for Monday Night Raw. It's pretty much, what is it they say? Same, different day. But you get the drift. I mean, we did start out Raw with actually a positive. That was obviously the announcement of Jimmy Smith, the former commentator for both UFC and Bellator, joining the team. He was the man who replaced Adnan Virk. First thoughts on him? I've not seen any of his work previously in the UFC or in Bellator, but I feel as though he did an absolutely fantastic job, actually. Yeah, he did a really, really good job. Yeah, I can see good things for him. So the opening segment of Raw really was the pre-announced segment, which was Miz TV. Obviously, Miz finally returning after injuring his knee at what was the pay-per-view now? Backlash. That was it. WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah, obviously Miz is not going to be returning to the ring for a while. We know that. He made light of this. He's saying, you know, of all things, I got injured. Morrison was wearing some like garlic stuff around his neck as well to try and keep the zombies away. But yeah, they obviously had this segment with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. But yeah, much I guess that was played on from last week was so obviously if you'd seen last week's show, you would know that Nikki Cross basically threw herself into this feud essentially. So she was saying that she wanted to face the number one. She wanted to face the winner of the match at Hell in a Cell as the number one contender. But essentially, what had happened was, so last week she was in the back, and Charlotte and Rhea were basically trying to one up each other, saying, "You know what, I could beat her." Then it's like, "Oh, no, actually, I could beat her in like 2 minutes." And in the end, Rhea Ripley couldn't beat her in 2 minutes, so therefore Nikki won the match. So then, obviously, that was what led to Nikki Cross, obviously challenging Charlotte and Rhea tonight. She basically just said to him, "Well, you know what? I want to face Charlotte tonight." So, you know, she gave Charlotte a nice crusty slap straight round the face, straight in the chops, and essentially was like, "Well, you know what? You think you can beat her? You go ahead and beat her in 2 minutes." Charlotte was like, "I don't need 2 minutes. I could do it in 1 minute, blah, blah, blah." So the challenge was set. It was going to be Charlotte Flair taking on Nikki Cross in a 2-minute challenge. And what happened? Lo and behold, Nikki Cross lasted the full 2 minutes in the ring with Charlotte Flair. So are we now seemingly getting Nikki Cross taking on the winner of Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley? So obviously those two facing off this, well, not this Sunday, sorry, Sunday the 20th of June, them two will face off at Hell in a Cell. There is still no confirmation as to what matches are going to take place inside the cell. But yeah, I mean, just a couple of comments here quickly. Good to see them using Nikki Cross. But as we know, no one will get a title shot other than Charlotte. Asuka, another name that possibly. They're making 2 minutes seem like it's hard. It depends who you are, really. I guess for some people, 2 minutes is. But yeah, it depends how much I guess you're blowing up in the ring. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a very, very strange episode of Raw, this one. So we obviously saw last week Riddle took on Xavier Woods, and he defeated him in with the RKO. This week, Randy Orton was the man who got to take on Xavier Woods. And you know what? This was actually a decent match. The thing is, so Randy Orton is seemingly now getting on board a bit more with the whole Matt Riddle thing. You know, the RK Bro tag team seem like they are actually going to be going forward as a fully fledged team. It makes a whole lot of sense because when you think of it, there's not a great deal of babyface tag teams to go up against AJ and Omos. You know, we're going to get to that a little bit later on in the show, but, you know, the whole, you know, they just need face teams anyway here. But it was a decent little match. The finishing sequence actually came with Randy Orton hitting the Bro Derek. That's right. Him hitting Riddle's finisher to defeat Xavier Woods, much like Riddle hit Orton's finisher last week to obviously win the match there. I got another comment here. Woods is so underrated. Yeah, so I spoke about this a little bit last week, really. It seems as though Woods is often like overlooked, I guess, as the third member of the New Day. Because obviously Big E's got the size, Kofi, everyone knows, has got like the athleticism. But I think, you know, they overlook really the charisma of Xavier Woods. And in the ring as well, he is phenomenal in the ring. You know, I'd like to see him actually go on a bit of a tear. You know, I did go... You know, I spoke about this quite a lot last week. But, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Xavier Woods answering Sheamus's challenge, go after Sheamus for the US title. You know, give him a decent run with a title. Just let him show WWE what he can actually do when he's given a chance. It just seems like they just don't want to give him that opportunity. But, yeah, I guess it's really, really like, they really underutilized the guy at times. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. But, yeah. So, we then get on to Reginald taking on Shayna Baszler. This match obviously was set up last week. It's been in the works for some time. Reginald obviously is the on-screen partner of Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler, the on-screen tag team partner of Nia Jax. But all is not well in that camp. So Nia Jax obviously did not come out for this match. Reginald came out. Shayna Baszler came out on her own, looking like the absolute badass that she is. And you're thinking, are we going to get more spooky shenanigans? Are we going to get any kind of interference from Nia Jax? Are we going to get anything from Alexa Bliss and Lily? Yes, we are. Again, one of the corners exploding. And what does it lead to? Well, it leads to then Shayna Baszler having the Kirifuda clutch locked in on Reginald. The explosion goes off in the corner. Shayna lets go. And then Reginald, yes, Reginald, a sommelier, a Cirque du Soleil performer, rolls up former NXT Women's Champion, former Women's Tag Team Champion, former MMA star, Shayna Baszler. Who the heck is writing this stuff? Who is writing this stuff? Well, I think we all know that anyway. But yeah, as if things didn't get any worse, Reginald was then invited onto Alexa's playground with Alexa Bliss and Lily. Shayna Baszler then attacked Reginald while he was on the show and essentially said to Alexa Bliss, obviously, this is what I can do to people that I don't like. What do you think I can do to you? So yeah, Lily wanted to ask a question. Shayna wasn't having any of it. And yeah, I mean, it's going to, I guess, lead to Shayna versus Alexa I'm hoping it doesn't lead to Shayna versus Lily, because that is going to be absolute. I mean, they've done enough ridiculous stuff on this show as it is, but when you're getting a doll involved in this crap, then what on earth are you doing? And I echo exactly what you're saying here. Hope they drop the goofy stuff when fans come back. 100% they need to. You know, you're trying to get this product over with younger people. They don't need to see dolls setting off explosions in the corner of a ring. No. What they want to see are two men beating their heckins out of each other. Much like in the next matches. So Sheamus came out to the ring. He was annoyed. So obviously Sheamus and Ricochet and Humberto Carrillo. So Sheamus then went one-on-one with Ricochet. He said he wouldn't go 2-on-1 with him. He'd go back-to-back with them. So he faced Ricochet. Ricochet beat him in a minute. Then he took on Humberto Carrillo. So Humberto Carrillo, got a bit of offense in. Sheamus got a little bit of offense in on him. Obviously, Sheamus knocking him out of the ring. Ricochet stayed around at ringside. Sheamus then, unfortunately, caught an elbow to the face, causing a broken nose. Quick injury update on Sheamus. We understand, obviously, his nose is broken. It's clear to see. You didn't need to be a medical, a doctor or anything like that to tell that the guy's nose was broken. It's halfway across his face. But we understand Sheamus is not scheduled to miss any time, not through his own, not through himself, basically. It's going to be down to WWE, essentially. If WWE say to him, stay off TV, then he'll stay off TV. But it's understood Sheamus is happy to carry on working. There's ways around it now, I guess. I see Humberto versus Sheamus is basically a war now. Yeah, exactly. You draw blood, you make it a war, don't you? Also, I think cinematic matches on pay-per-view in a while. Yeah, I mean, I don't really... cinematic matches, obviously, that was on pay-per-view. Once in a while is fine. Too much of it on normal TV. Yeah, I don't think they should really be doing it too much on normal TV, in all fairness. But yeah, see where we go from there. So, yeah, and in a nice change, we actually saw the Raw Tag Team titles defended as well on this show. That's right, AJ Styles and Omos defending the championships for the first time since they won them at WrestleMania, taking on the team of Elias and Jackson Ryker. Now, they had a little thing backstage, Ryker and Elias, where obviously, if you don't know Jackson Ryker, I believe he used to be in the US military. And, Elias is trying to rile him up and get him ready for this battle. But for some reason, he didn't seem like he was that into it, really, into the match. And yeah, I guess Elias just was like, come on, man, we can win the tag titles, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, it was Elias who ended up turning on Jackson Ryker. He got down when Omos was getting in the ring, didn't want any part of it, stepped down from the ring, essentially walked out on his tag partner, leaving Omos to destroy Ryker. Finish to this match came with AJ Styles hitting a phenomenal forearm for the 1-2-3. And then backstage, we have Kevin Patrick talking to Elias, asking him essentially to explain his actions. Elias then just said to him, well, the reason is Jackson Ryker ran away last week. He didn't. He was actually in a match with AJ Styles at the time. And that when live shows return, he doesn't want to have to share a car with him. But, yeah. Very, very stupid. We've got another comment in here. Why are more teams splitting? You tell me. I have no idea. You're trying to build a division. Why are you splitting your teams up? But yeah, I guess. Yes, I guess now we need to talk about the big story, the one that you all came here for, the main event of the evening, which was Drew McIntyre taking on Kofi Kingston. the winner of this match would face Bobby Lashley at Hell in a Cell. And there would be no interferences in this match because Bobby Lashley and MVP were both banned from ringside. Should either of them interfere, there would be a 90-day suspension. First thing I just want to throw out there, what awesome gear Kofi Kingston had. Channeling the inner green Power Ranger, him and Xavier Woods, both channeling the Power Rangers. But then through this match, Drew and Kofi went back and forth. It was a great, great match. Loved this match. And then the finish to this match came with Drew McIntyre seemingly out of nowhere. Kofi jumps off the top rope and bam, Claymore straight to the face. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and number one contender, facing Bobby Lashley at Hell in a Cell, Drew McIntyre. It's nice to see that we are getting a fresh match at Hell in a Cell, a match that we have never seen before. Oh, wait. Yeah, we have seen it before. So wait, if Lashley interfered, he would have got suspended, so wouldn't have had to face anyone at Hell in a Cell. So Bobby Lashley would have been suspended without pay for 90 days. I'm guessing he would have also been stripped of the title because they have that stupid, if you don't defend the title within 30 days rule, then you get stripped of the title, which they seemingly only bring out when they want to bring it out. So, yeah, I guess that's it. So, just quickly, let's just bring you guys up to date for anyone that's not already seen the big announcement. WWE are bringing SummerSlam on Saturday, the 21st of August, 2021. That's right. It's a Saturday show, which is good for us here in the UK because it means that we get the Sunday to relax before going back to work on a Monday. But for now, Hell in a Cell, we know we are getting Bobby Lashley taking on Drew McIntyre. And we're getting Rhea Ripley taking on Charlotte Flair, who will come out of those two matches victorious. Interesting, though, neither of them are actually announced as Hell in a Cell matches. There has not been a single Hell in a Cell match announced so far. Actually, they're the only two that have been announced for the pay-per-view. But what else have we got coming up on Lay The SmackDan this week? Well, obviously, I don't know because the shows have not happened yet. But what I can tell you is that tomorrow on the NXT review, which will be at 5 p.m., I will be talking all about the triple threat match between Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne, the winner of which will face Karrion Kross at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And then we move on to the Friday show. So on SmackDown, we know that it is going to be the Usos taking on the Mysterios for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Interestingly, so the Mysterios winning the titles and then defending them. They've not actually done that properly as a team yet. So be interesting to actually see, are we going to get the Mysterios together in a match where they're holding the titles? We also will get to see another huge championship match, and that is between Apollo Crews and Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. In this match as well, Commander Aziz is banned from ringside. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I guess, it's going to be a big week for championship connotations, I guess, as well. Just quickly throw back to the comments before I get on out of here. We've got hoping Gargano don't win and assuming that the Usos are going to win. I mean, the Usos winning, I guess, would make sense. But then it's what do you do with the championships? Yes, it's just strange. I mean, where do they go, though, with it? It's like, you know, the Mysterios have just won the belts. Are they going to take it off of them kind of straight away? But yeah, I mean, what else have we got in here? it's good to see them announcing stuff in advance a little bit more. Yeah, I like it. It makes your job a little bit easier. The only thing is, it's all right announcing the stuff in advance, but whether you actually go through with it or not is a different thing, because we know a lot of times there's been WWE matches that have been announced, even for pay-per-views, and on the night, they have literally just been, the script has just been ripped up and rewritten. So you don't even get the matches that have been advertised. We've got also, again, Usos could lose and then it turns into a problem with Roman. They could win and it could turn into a problem with Roman, to be honest. I mean, I was speaking with Lucas off air about this, you know. It could even be the fact that the Usos are going to win and that will knock Roman's nose right out of joint. And he could be like, well, actually, what the heck is going on here? Like, you're meant to be with me, sort of thing. And, you know, I feel as though this is either going to unite them or it's going to cause dissension in it. But either way, I'm really interested to see exactly what is going to go down with the Usos and Roman Reigns. But I'm guessing for now that is everything, guys. I am going to get on out of here and enjoy the beautiful London sunshine. For now, I've been Dan. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching on demand, don't forget, leave us your comments in the comment section down below. Don't forget, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, follow us on Twitter at RM Pro Wrestling. Don't forget, you can follow me at Dan_RebNoise. Keep checking back for a load of wrestling content. Take care. I will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. for the NXT review. Who is going to be the #1 contender? I don't know. My pick, Kyle O'Reilly. There we go. Heard it here first. Take care, guys. See you soon.